Hi everyone, it's time to do a poinsettia painting. You're going to draw on dark colored paper with a white pencil. Put your name on the back of the paper. The first thing you need to decide is where the center of interest will be. That's the place that's most important, where our eye will go first. You could put it in the center, but I like to put my center of interest off to the side a little bit. Draw a dot where you want your center of interest to be. Then you're going to start drawing poinsettia petals. They're narrow and pointy and short to begin with. They all point to the center of interest. The shape you want to draw is kind of like a stretched out football, kind of slender but pointy on the ends. Make sure the points point to your center of interest. In between that first row of petals, draw slightly larger petals. I drew that one by starting with the line in the middle. You can do that if it's easier for you as your petals get larger. Just make sure that all of the points on your poinsettia point to the center of interest. Start with a line and then draw the curved shapes around it. And it's perfectly okay, if not great, if you can draw your poinsettia so big that the petals go off of the page. That's a very up close and open composition for your art. Squeeze those petals in so they're right next to the other petals. Don't leave very large gaps between them. Remember, all the points are pointing to the center of interest. And they're coming out all the way to the edges of the paper. If you have room, you could do two. Some people like to do two petals, as long as you're two flowers, as long as you're filling up the paper. I managed to do it with just one big poinsettia. Now I've got my palette of paint ready, and I'm going to start painting with the main color, which would be red. Red is awesome because it's so bright and powerful. You could mix colors, which is why there's magenta and yellow on your palette. Make sure you're using the point of your brush. You don't need to put paint all over that brush, just the point of your brush as you use that point to fill in the pointy petals. Take your time painting each shape. You can put a little bit of a color to mix in with your red paint, like magenta, to make it kind of cool and purpley. Or if you want your petals to be more orange, you could, like red orange, you could mix a little bit of yellow, just a little bit in with your artwork though. The poinsettias should be mostly red. Fill in each petal all the way around, but you want to save some of the last few shapes to be green. Those are going to be the leaves underneath the flower. Okay, the center of the poinsettia has little yellow seed pods, so you're going to make those with a cotton tip. Just dip the cotton tip into the yellow paint and dot, dot, dot several yellow spots for the middle of your poinsettia painting.